cabinets and cutout boxes are available that are listed and labeled for installation in fire-rated walls separating garages and living quarters. These boxes are designed to maintain the fire rating of the wall by providing an intumescent material or other fire-stopping mechanism when exposed to extreme heat. Installing standard electrical boxes or cutouts in a fire-rated wall can compromise its fire rating. Fire stops must be installed around any openings in the wall, including electrical boxes, to maintain the wall's fire resistance. Back-to-back switch enclosures in a 1-hour fire-rated wall can compromise the fire rating if not properly installed. The enclosures must be rated for 1-hour fire resistance and installed with fire-rated gaskets or seals. Metal electrical boxes and enclosures typically offer better fire resistance than plastic ones. Metal has a higher melting point and is less likely to soften or melt in a fire. The underwriter's laboratories, or all, mark with 2-hour WC indicates that the enclosure is rated for 2-hour fire resistance with the use of intumescent material. W stands for wall and C stands for ceiling, indicating that the enclosure can be installed in both horizontal and vertical orientations. Electrical boxes play a crucial role in ensuring electrical safety in residential and commercial buildings. They serve as protective enclosures for electrical connections such as wire terminations and splices, preventing accidental contact with live wires and reducing the risk of electrical shocks and fires. Fire-rated electrical boxes are specifically designed to maintain the integrity of fire-rated walls and ceilings, preventing the spread of fire and smoke from one compartment to another. Fire-rated walls and ceilings are essential components of a building's passive fire protection system, which aims to contain a fire within its origin for a specified period of time, allowing occupants to evacuate safely and firefighters to respond effectively. When selecting electrical boxes for installation in fire-rated walls, it is important to choose boxes that are specifically listed and labeled for this purpose. These boxes are typically made of metal and incorporate intumescent materials that expand when exposed to high temperatures, sealing off any gaps or openings around the box and preventing the passage of fire and smoke. The fire rating of an electrical box indicates the amount of time it can withstand exposure to fire without failing. Fire ratings are typically expressed in hours, such as 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. The appropriate fire rating for an electrical box will depend on the fire rating of the wall or ceiling in which it is being installed. Installing standard electrical boxes or cutouts in a fire-rated wall can compromise the wall's fire rating. This is because standard electrical boxes are not designed to resist fire and can melt or deform when exposed to high temperatures, creating openings that allow fire and smoke to spread. To maintain the fire rating of a wall, it is essential to install fire stops around any openings in the wall, including electrical boxes. Fire stops are materials that are designed to resist fire and prevent the passage of fire and smoke. They can be made of various materials, such as mineral wool, intumescent cork, or fire-rated foam. When installing back-to-back switch enclosures in a 1-hour fire-rated wall, it is important to ensure that the enclosures are properly installed and rated for 1-hour fire resistance. Back-to-back switch enclosures are typically installed in walls that separate different compartments of a building, such as a garage and a living space. If not properly installed, back-to-back switch enclosures can create a pathway for fire and smoke to spread from one compartment to another. To prevent this, the enclosures should be installed with fire-rated gaskets or seals that will expand when exposed to high temperatures, sealing off any gaps or openings around the enclosures. Metal electrical boxes and enclosures generally offer better fire resistance than plastic ones. Metal has a higher melting point and is less likely to soften or melt in a fire. Plastic electrical boxes, on the other hand, can melt or deform when exposed to high temperatures, creating openings that allow fire and smoke to spread. However, some plastic electrical boxes are designed with fire-resistant materials that can provide adequate fire protection. The UL mark with 2IOWC indicates that the enclosure is rated for 2I fire resistance with the use of intumescent material. The W stands for wall and the C stands for ceiling, indicating that the enclosure can be installed in both horizontal and vertical orientations. Underwriters' laboratories, UL is a global safety certification company that tests and certifies products to ensure they meet safety standards. The UL mark is a widely recognized symbol of safety and quality. When selecting electrical boxes, it is important to choose boxes that are listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory, such as UL. This will ensure that the boxes have been tested and meet safety standards. Intumescent materials are substances that expand when exposed to high temperatures. They are commonly used in fire-rated electrical boxes and other fire protection products to seal off gaps and openings and prevent the passage of fire and smoke. When exposed to heat, intumescent materials undergo a chemical reaction that causes them to expand rapidly, forming a char that is resistant to fire. The char acts as an insulator, protecting the underlying materials from the heat of the fire. In addition to fire-rated electrical boxes, there are other types of fire protection products that can be used to maintain the integrity of fire-rated walls and ceilings. These include fire-rated caulk, fire-rated foam, and fire-rated blankets. Fire-rated caulk is used to seal gaps and openings around penetrations in fire-rated walls and ceilings, such as pipes, cables, and conduits. Fire-rated foam is used to fill voids and cavities in fire-rated walls and ceilings. Fire-rated blankets are used to wrap around pipes and ducts that penetrate fire-rated walls and ceilings. When installing electrical boxes in fire-rated walls and ceilings, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. This will ensure that the boxes are properly installed and will provide the intended level of fire protection. It is also important to inspect electrical boxes regularly to ensure that they are in good condition and that there are no gaps or openings that could compromise the fire rating of the wall or ceiling. If any damage or deterioration is found, the electrical boxes should be repaired or replaced immediately. Proper installation and maintenance of electrical boxes are essential for ensuring electrical safety and fire protection in buildings. By selecting and installing the right electrical boxes and following the manufacturer's instructions, you can help to protect your building and its occupants from the hazards of fire. Electrical codes and standards, such as the National Electrical Code, or NEC, provide specific requirements for the installation of electrical boxes in fire-rated walls and ceilings. These requirements are designed to ensure that electrical boxes are installed in a safe and effective manner and that they do not compromise the fire rating of the wall or ceiling. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a widely adopted standard for electrical installations in the United States. It is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is updated every 3 years. The NEC provides comprehensive requirements for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. Article 314.16 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, covers the requirements for box fill calculations. This section specifies the number and size of conductors that are permitted in an electrical box. It is important to follow these requirements to prevent overcrowding of conductors in the box, which can lead to overheating and electrical hazards. Article 314.17 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, covers the requirements for conductor entries. This section specifies how conductors must enter and exit an electrical box. It is important to follow these requirements to protect conductors from damage and to prevent the entry of moisture into the box. Article 314.27 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, covers the requirements for boxes in walls or ceilings. This section specifies how electrical boxes must be mounted and supported in walls and ceilings. It is important to follow these requirements to ensure that the boxes are securely mounted and will not fall out of the wall or ceiling. Article 314.28 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, covers the requirements for pull and junction boxes. This section specifies the minimum size requirements for pull and junction boxes, which are used to provide access to conductors for pulling and splicing. It is important to follow these requirements to ensure that there is adequate space for conductors and splices in the box. Chapter 5 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, covers special occupancies. This chapter provides specific requirements for electrical installations in hazardous locations such as garages, flammable storage areas, and healthcare facilities. It is important to consult Chapter 5 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, when installing electrical wiring and equipment in these types of locations. When installing electrical boxes and fire-rated walls and ceilings, it is important to use the proper tools and techniques. This will help to ensure that the boxes are properly installed and will provide the intended level of fire protection. Some common tools used for installing electrical boxes include a screwdriver, wire stripper, pliers, and a level. It is also important to wear appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as safety glasses and gloves to protect yourself from injury. In addition to following the National Electrical Code, or NEC, requirements, it is also important to follow any local codes and regulations that may apply. Local codes and regulations may be more stringent than the NEC requirements. It is important to check with your local building department to determine the specific requirements for your area. Electrical safety is a critical concern in all types of buildings. By understanding the requirements for electrical boxes and following the proper installation and maintenance procedures, you can help to protect your building and its occupants from the hazards of electrical shock and fire. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical installations. Improper electrical work can be dangerous and can lead to serious injury or property damage. Fire-rated electrical boxes are an important component of a building's fire protection system. They help to prevent the spread of fire and smoke, giving occupants time to evacuate and firefighters time to respond. By selecting and installing the right electrical boxes and following the manufacturer's instructions, you can help to protect your building and its occupants from the dangers of fire. Intumescent materials play a vital role in maintaining the fire resistance of electrical boxes. When exposed to high temperatures, these materials expand and form a char that helps to seal off any gaps or openings, preventing the passage of fire and smoke. This is particularly important in fire-rated walls and ceilings, where even small openings can compromise the fire resistance of the assembly. The W and C designations on UL-listed electrical boxes indicate that the boxes are suitable for use in both walls and ceilings. This means that the boxes have been tested and certified to maintain their fire resistance in both horizontal and vertical orientations. This is important because fire can spread in any direction, and it is essential to have fire-rated electrical boxes that can provide protection regardless of the orientation of the wall or ceiling. When installing back-to-back switch enclosures in a fire-rated wall, it is crucial to ensure that the enclosures are properly sealed to prevent the passage of fire and smoke. This can be achieved by using fire-rated gaskets or seals that expand when exposed to high temperatures, effectively sealing off any gaps or openings around the enclosures. Metal electrical boxes generally offer better fire resistance than plastic ones due to the high melting point of metal. However, some plastic electrical boxes are specifically designed with fire-resistant materials that can provide adequate fire protection. When selecting electrical boxes for use in fire-rated walls and ceilings, it is essential to choose boxes that are specifically listed and labeled for this purpose. These boxes have been tested and certified to meet the required fire resistance standards. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive requirements for the installation of electrical boxes in fire-rated walls and ceilings. These requirements are designed to ensure that electrical boxes are installed in a safe and effective manner and that they do not compromise the fire rating of the wall or ceiling. Always consult with a qualified electrician when installing electrical boxes in fire-rated walls and ceilings. A qualified electrician can ensure that the boxes are properly installed and that all applicable codes and regulations are followed. Fire safety is a critical concern in all types of buildings. By understanding the requirements for electrical boxes and following the proper installation and maintenance procedures, you can help to protect your building and its occupants from the hazards of electrical shock and fire. Remember that proper electrical work is essential for safety and can prevent serious injury or property damage. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified professional when working with electrical systems. Fire-rated electrical boxes are a crucial element in maintaining the integrity of fire-rated walls and ceilings. They play a vital role in preventing the spread of fire and smoke, giving occupants valuable time to evacuate safely. By using the right materials and following proper installation techniques, you can ensure that your building is well protected from the dangers of fire. Electrical safety is paramount, and it is essential to take all necessary precautions to prevent electrical hazards. Always be mindful of the potential risks associated with electricity and take steps to mitigate those risks. A well-maintained electrical system is a safe electrical system. Regularly inspect your electrical system for any signs of damage or deterioration and address any issues promptly. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a valuable resource for information on electrical safety and best practices. Familiarize yourself with the NEC and follow its guidelines to ensure the safety of your electrical installations. Stay informed about the latest electrical safety standards and technologies. By staying up to date on the latest advancements in electrical safety, you can ensure that your electrical systems are as safe and efficient as possible. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone has a role to play in ensuring the safety of electrical systems. Be aware of the potential hazards of electricity and take steps to protect yourself and others from harm. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone. Electrical boxes are an essential component of any electrical system. They provide a safe and convenient way to connect and protect electrical wiring and devices. Choosing the right electrical box for the job is crucial for ensuring the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Consider the size, material, and location of the electrical box when making your selection. Proper installation of electrical boxes is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when installing electrical boxes. Regular maintenance of electrical boxes is essential for ensuring their continued safety and reliability. Inspect your electrical boxes regularly for any signs of damage or deterioration and address any issues promptly. Electrical boxes are an integral part of a safe and functioning electrical system. By understanding the different types of electrical boxes and following the proper installation and maintenance procedures, you can help to ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity and consult with a qualified professional if you have any questions or concerns. A well-designed and properly installed electrical system is essential for the safety and comfort of any building. Take the time to plan your electrical system carefully and ensure that it is installed and maintained by qualified professionals. By investing in a safe and reliable electrical system, you can protect your property and its occupants from the hazards of electrical shock and fire.